Well, in the continuing spirit of Veda, I decided to do something that I haven't done really on the daily vlogs yet, and that is to make a video response. This is actually going to be a response to a video that's like a month old at this point from The Apprentice, a daily vlogs called Identity Vlog. And I will put it down in the regular spot. There'll be a link to it, and I'm also going to leave it as a video response to that vlog. I don't know if they set like approval or anything to their video responses, but I'll see what happens. So, in Identity Vlog, they were talking to Zonday, one of the people they interviewed for the I'm Vlogging Here documentary. And he was talking about how there is this version of yourself that you put out into the public perception, and that's even just like going out walking around. Like you set yourself, you shower and shave and you do things that if you were just spending all day in the house you may not do. Because he was talking about the interview, how he kind of polished himself up and dressed up nice, and if he was truly being real with himself, he probably would have done the interview in his pajamas. And I think a lot about this actually when I make my videos, because oftentimes I feel kind of like I'm performing for you guys, and that's part of the reason that I decided to start doing these daily vlogs, is because I wanted something that was a little more real, because it seemed like I was getting away from that on my main channel with the scripted content and the kind of the sketches that I was setting up, and like the other characters that were involved. It was more of a play. It was more of staged performance, and it didn't feel as real to me as just what I originally did on YouTube, which was just talking to a camera, doing this right here. That's part of the reason I wanted to do the daily vlogs, is because I did feel like I'd gotten away from that at some point, and that it was expected of me now to be that kind of more the performer than just the guy who talks to a camera and says stupid things and does the wrong thing and doesn't look perfect. Which, I mean, I never look perfect, but it doesn't look as good as I can look, I guess. And he also talked about how, if you're not creating the content, and this is something that Corey has touched on too, and a lot of the bigger vloggers have touched on. It's like, if you're not making content that feels like you, then you should change it. And the thing is, there's a part in those weekly videos that it is me. It's my sense of humor. It's my style. It's what I want to see in videos, and that's why I do it. But there's this side of me that is just the insecure, forever alone. I do feel that way sometimes. It's idiotic, but 33. My sister's been married twice now, and I don't even have a regular girlfriend. Not what this video is about. But I get this feeling at times that I am creating somebody that isn't really me, and that's why I wanted to do the daily vlogs, because I want to get back to that. I want to truly discover who I am. And they also talked about how YouTube can be used as kind of a rung on the ladder to figuring out who you are. And that's exactly what I want to do, is figure out who I am, who I want to be, because I've tried so many things at this point, and I still don't feel like I'm 100% there, and maybe I'm never going to be there. I might try things for the rest of my life. I might just keep trying stuff and be this for a while, be this for a while, and just, it's figuring out what makes you happy and figuring out what you want to do with your life. And I do feel that what I've done on YouTube in the past 6, approaching 7 years, is helping me do that. A couple years ago, this thing would have been full of jump cuts, because I would have been making so many mistakes and so many long pauses of and and this is going to be a fairly continuous vlog. I don't think I'm going to cut anything out of it, because I feel much better even talking to a camera or talking to people and talking to groups. You know, when I went to get the teaching license, I actually had to talk to a classroom full of students, you know, twice a day, because during the internship I only had 2 classes. But you know, I feel like I have improved myself, and I feel like I am finding myself more, and I have a better idea of what I want to do with my life. And I got you guys to thank for that in a lot of ways. So that's really what I want to do with these daily vlogs, is help kind of figure myself out. So I'm going to use this as kind of a playground. I'm going to try different things, try things that I used to do but I kind of moved away from, see how they do. You know, this is going to be the playground channel. Man, that sounds weird. But anyway, that's where my head is at right now, and you know, I'm gonna keep exploring and keep looking at new angles of me. I guess it's a good way to say it, even though that sounds weird too. But anyway, like, that's where my head's at. So let me know what you guys think about all of this. How long did it take you to figure out who you are? Have you figured out who you are? You know, in the grand scheme. Leave comments, leave video response, all that fun stuff. Because I want to start this as, start a dialogue on this, because I think that helping each other out is another way for us to kind of figure ourselves out and be where we want to be. So anyway, I'm going to leave things there for now. Hopefully we'll come back to this at some point later. As always, I hope you're all well, and I will see you tomorrow.